You need to shut the fuck up.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to
hello, every fucking buddy. It is Friday, November 3rd, 2017. I'm your host, Minx. That's Mud Puppy. Holy shit, I have not broadcasted in over a week, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with my hands. So bad. It's so bad. I know, yeah, no, exactly. Like, hey guys, what's that? So.
Hello, love.
Oh my goodness. Dude, today has been a day. Goodness. I think I might wait until we get shared onto the main page before we really delve into what we're going to talk about for this first little bit. So, how was your day, Mud Puppy?
It was awesome.
Oh, that's good.
I got to go and work an hour late.
Fun.
And worked all day, had some fun after I got home from work, worked in the yard a little bit, and played a little Xbox and chillaxed. Dude, I've been watching the last season of How I Met Your Mother. Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
All right. So we've got viewers now. All right, you guys. Fucking, if you have been under a rock at all today and have not checked, I don't know, the news or social media or fucking, anything, you know that Bergdahl, his sentence came down today, and he has been given a dishonorable discharge, reduction down to E1, $10,000 fine, and that's it. No jail time.
Wait. What was the fine?
Fine is a $10,000 fine.
Huh.
Which he has, so he's got 10 months to pay it in, so it's $1,000 each month. So, I know my opinions on this. I know opinions of people that I work with. I want to know what your guys' opinions are. I've got the phone lines open. I'm ready to take calls. I want to hear from you what your opinion is on this. Like, I want to, give me a fake name if you want to, just to protect yourself from anyone else listening or, any implications. But call in, please. Let us know what your opinion is on Bergdahl sentencing. Mud Puppy, what's your opinion?
I'd hate to be in that judge's shoes because, like I said earlier, when we were talking about it, mm-hmm. he was put in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Mm-hmm. Because if he would have maxed them out on everything, everybody, the anti-Trumpers and everybody else would be like, you only did that because Trump said this and this and this and this. Where if he would have just, now that he's doing this, everybody, I'm waiting for it to come out, you only did it because, somebody told you to, or you're scared to, or anything else, anything like that. That's why I kind of feel bad for that judge. Mm-hmm. But I would have put a stipulation in there, which kind of would have screwed him over in the long run in his sentence.
What do you mean by stipulation?
He cannot make any money off of his story. As in, basically make him sign a 100-year hush order that he is not allowed to talk about his military service,
Mm-hmm.
time in captivity with the Taliban,
Mm-hmm.
and after he was released. And that goes for him or any member of his family, so that nobody could reap the benefits off of what he did after the fact.
So essentially, so he can't sell his story.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Because in all honesty, I see this going down pretty much like, does your dick touch your ass, Manning? You're not really hearing anything about Manning right now in the media.
Ooh, good point.
It's kind of ran its course and it's gone.
Right? Yeah, nobody fucking cares about Bradley.
Yeah, nobody cares about him now.
He's Bradley.
Yep, and this is going to do the same exact thing. Whereas we're just getting into the beginning parts, just like we were in Manning, where everybody wanted to talk to him, everybody wanted to hear about it, this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably giving him a pretty penny to make all these appearances.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking millions of dollars.
Yes.
Well, why don't we cut out those millions of dollars from Bergdahl that we seen Manning make the exact same way?
Hold on, sorry. Every fucking time I forgot to mute my phone. I'm so sorry. So one of the docs that I work with, who is a retired Air Force colonel, he's a plastic surgeon in the Air Force, and now he's a plastic surgeon, on the civilian side. He said his opinion is that this was fair, and that, if you think about it, because he's got a dishonorable discharge, he is not entitled to any VA benefits, any veteran benefits. He's not entitled to anything. Him appealing that sentence is slim to none because he got off so easy. Whereas if he was sentenced to a prison term, right, there's always that appeal process, which would just drag this out even longer. And, again, I'm relaying information here. This is not my opinion. This is the opinion of one of my docs. So he's not going to fucking appeal this sentence at all. He would be beyond stupid to appeal this sentence and be like, no, this isn't fair. When all actuality, no, this is more than fair. So there's that as well. So, it's not getting dragged out even longer.
Yeah, and I can see his point of view on that, because now the military has absolutely nothing to do with his ass.
Yep, it's just
100%. He ain't collecting a paycheck anymore. He ain't getting nothing
at all. So there's that. And then also, I know that for people who don't get honorable discharges, I know that they're able to almost appeal that to a court. Like, hey, can we bump my, general or my general discharge to an other than honorable, or my other than honorable back up to honorable, please? I know that there is a system to do that. No one is going to do that for Bergdahl. Like, he can petition to have his dishonorable changed to like a general. No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, no, sure. When he's
they're gonna type his name 50 years from now. They're gonna type his name in when he tries for the 300th time to get it changed, and like bells, whistles, and everything else is gonna go off.
No. And simply because of the fact that he did plead guilty. So he does have that guilty conviction on his record for the rest of his life. So there's that. Then again, you know, on top of that, there's that dishonorable discharge and the stigma on getting really any sort of discharged under, like, besides honorable. Like, if you get anything but honorable, you're looked at like a piece of shit. So especially with a dishonorable discharge. Like, fucking sorry, guys, if anyone's listening who has one of those. Like, I'm sorry, but it's fucking truth. So good luck to Bergdahl getting a job.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're pretty much, when your employer goes, do you have any military service? You're better off just saying, no, not at all.
Right, yeah. Right, exactly. Oh, no, I was in the Army. Oh, yeah, well, what was your, you know, let's see your 214. Let's see, you know, what was your discharge? Damn it. You know, like, that's gonna be him. But at the same time, he's so infamous now. Like, everyone knows him. And so it's like, he's going to submit a job application, Bowie Bergdahl. The employers are going to look at it and be like, is this motherfucker just going to run off on the job because I didn't treat him the way that he thinks I should have been treating him? Fuck this guy. And then throw out the application. Like, they're not even going to get, like, past his name. Let's be honest. Before it's like, fuck it. Ben Browning says that he's pretty sure Bergdahl's appealing. Ben, I think that would be ridiculous of Bergdahl and his lawyers to do. That would be beyond stupid for them to do, because he got such a light sentence. You know, he's facing life in prison and he's walking away a free man. Why would you appeal that? You know, fucking suck it up, take that dishonorable discharge, take that reduction in rank all the way to E fuzzy, take the fine, because you're not being locked up.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yep. So that's why I like, if they were smart, they'd just be like, oh, sweet, we got away with a kind of win, you know? Like, yeah, you pled guilty because, I mean, like, let's face it, you were. But at the same time, like, this is the best situation that they could have hoped for, you know?
Yeah, oh, God, yes.
This, like, it really was. This is the best situation they could have hoped for. So, yeah, like I said, I want to know your guys' opinions on this. So please either comment them in our Facebook Live or Mixer chat, or please call the show at 415-889-8637. Wait, no, 8367. Damn it. I messed up the phone number.
415-889-8367.
Yeah, it's fucking dyslexia, dude. I fucked that one up. Sorry, you guys. I am really sorry about that. It's 8367.
Call the show now.
Yeah, right? Oh, I've got that thing on here too. Which one is it?
Now at 415-889-8367.
Yes. I got way too excited.
Did you play the jingle?
Which one?
The disclaimer.
Yes, I always do.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank God.
Mama didn't raise no fool. You got, like, especially with me and my big ass mouth and, like, opinionated self, like, I have to play that disclaimer because I need to make sure to protect the station and be like, no, this is not the opinion of the station, it's my opinion. But, you know, and then Jared, I've met a lot of people who share your same opinion in that he should have been sentenced to death. Met a lot of people who share that same opinion. A lot. And these people have also said, I hope someone hunts him down. And I mean, we all know that's going to, that's a possibility of happening. Like, I don't think anyone is naive enough to be like, no one's gonna fucking do that. No, like, a lot of people are really upset about this. So I see it, yeah.
I wish him the best of luck in life.
Right.
He's done.
Let's see. Travis says better change his name.
Yeah. Even then, you have to put aliases down. And believe it or not, a lot of companies now are doing background checks.
David says 600 community service hours and the dishonorable discharge is wiped. That's some bullshit. Sorry, but I think that's... I can't see
that happening in this situation.
Right. His lawyers said this afternoon they'd be appealing the dishonorable discharge. Lawyers are still claiming President Trump made it impossible to have a fair trial. While I get that, his lawyers are going to do everything they can to, represent their clients and how to phrase this, the most appealing and unguilty way possible. He's already pled guilty, so he fucking it's such a light sentence.
Yeah. Once you plead guilty, you're fighting for a sentence.
Yeah,
That's all you're doing.
Maybe they thought he was just gonna walk away scot-free and not get anything. Because hey, look, we didn't really do a trial because we pled guilty, so be super nice to us. And I think the judge already was. Desertion, misbehavior before the enemy, those are serious charges. And for him not to be dishonorably discharged would be an even bigger slap in the face to active duty and veterans everywhere. Yeah. So,
wow.
it's just, it's just, he really should just fucking take it, bow out gracefully, and then disappear. He should, pull a Hillary Clinton.
This world, I'm out.
Yeah, pull a Hillary Clinton, disappear into the woods, and but don't be like Hillary Clinton and come back. Go into the woods and stay there. Because that's
when you come back.
That's the only way you're gonna survive, dude. Good luck though. But he's from fucking Idaho, right?
Go be a potato farmer.
Right? Honest, that's all, good luck. That's all he's got going for him is I can go harvest fucking potatoes. Who the fuck is from Idaho? I know people live there because I visited a small town in Idaho, but I can't tell you anyone. I'm pretty sure everyone just lived in Washington and then drove to this little town that was nothing but cardboard cutouts and propped up with stilts and shit just for the daytime to be hey, look, there's people here, and then they drove back to Washington once everything was closed.
Now you're making me wonder something. I wonder if I have any friends from Idaho.
Right? Yeah. Fucking
potatoes.
Right? Fucking potatoes. But, we don't need Idaho for potatoes. There's Ireland. Ireland fucking does potatoes. That's how they survive the fucking famine. Kind of. But, yeah. So, Mom, what's your opinion on all of this?
Well, I don't even know where to start, honestly. I mean, if the judge had, ruled by what's written down as law, then so be it. And it's one of those things. I mean, it's kind of like the Scarlet Letter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's marked. So now that this came about and came to light, and how he has been in the national news for I don't know how many years now, people are going to know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, the whole thing reminded me of like the whole Casey Anthony trial, when at the end, when they found her not guilty, like she just disappeared afterwards, pretty much. So I'm assuming if Bergdahl is smart, he would just disappear.
Yeah, he'll pop smoke, go back to Idaho, and chill out.
But that's my opinion on it for right now.
Yeah.
Didn't Casey Anthony go be a stripper in Florida or something? Or is that the Octomom? I forget.
No, Octomom went to porn.
Oh, that's right.
Remember? I remember.
That's right.
I don't remember, actually. I don't fucking follow that shit. But yeah.
And I looked, and close to I'm almost on my real book, I'm at like almost 2,000, and yeah, not a single one from Idaho.
Just saying. Yes, Doc, the phone lines are open. Please call.
Yeah, Doc, please call in.
Like,
We
you
would
guys,
love to hear
honestly,
your opinion on this one.
I want people to call in. I want your opinions on this. I want to hear your guys' voice. Fucking cause. Thank you for submitting your appeal. The court has realized their mistake. You have 24 hours to report to the nearest provost marshal's office for immediate incarceration. But that's just it though. Like with appeals, now I'm probably wrong, but I always thought like with appeals they could take away from punishment, but they could not add to it. Correct?
That's a question for the judge.
Damn it! Right? Because I thought that was like
After
I thought that
paperwork off?
I mean, no. Okay, so I've gotten enough UCMJ action in my decade of service. I got quite a bit of UCMJ action. I got 5 of them. Like every 2 years. I only had like one good conduct medal because I kept getting in trouble. Whoops. It really was. It was like every 2 years I was getting in deals. So I don't even know how I got that first good conduct medal. Anyways, neither here nor there. But, I think I remember correctly in that if you want to appeal the sentence. So like, let's say, you get a company grade and you want to appeal the sentence that your company commander put down on you. So then it would go to the battalion commander, right? So the battalion commander can take away from that if they want to, or they can uphold what the company commander put down, but they cannot add to it. I think. I don't know because I've never appealed any of them. Most of them was like, yep, no, I got away scot-free. Like, this could have been a lot worse. So I was like, yeah, I'll take my punishment. That's just me. Joseph says, although I totally disagree with the sentencing, I hope nothing happens to him. That way he has to live a long life of guilt and fear, always wondering if someone's family member is going to come after him. Ooh.
The feeling of unknowing.
Right? I think that's the worst. That is honestly like the worst feeling ever, is not knowing what's going to happen.
She's sinister. I like her.
Who?
Who said that? Casey?
Joseph.
Joseph? Oh, him. I like him. He's sinister.
Casey's not on right now. But so my opinions on all of this. When I first saw that when I first saw his sentence, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I'm pretty sure I had the same initial reaction as 99% of the people out there, and just being like, what? Are you fucking kidding me right now? But I was like in the middle of cases, and so all I could write was like, wow. I had like serious. I was like, I gotta go, right? And then, but
speechless.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't sit there and like type out everything that I was feeling, on my phone, because again, I was in the middle of surgeries, and like it was one of those like, oh, I need to scrub in now because we need to start. So there was that, and like initial feeling was unfair, and he should have gotten some sort of prison sentence. That was my initial response.
Yeah, I mean, he had 0 time served, because I don't think they ever incarcerated him.
They can't do any sort of incarceration without sentencing.
Yes,
well, they can, but it counts as time served.
Pre-trial, pre-trial confinement.
But it counts as time served, and if he gets sentenced without it being incarcerated, then what do? You have to pay that time back to him.
Yeah.
So
that's where they were smart and just, I guess, kept him with a babysitter, a handler.
I mean, even then, like he would go out, like he got busted that one time. He got busted at that house party, and there was drugs everywhere. So obviously, like, they felt he wasn't a flight risk, even though you would think with his history he would be a flight risk, considering he fucking fled his post. But whatever.
That's kind of smart on his deal. Getting popped with drugs and everything else. Because what are they gonna do? Kick him out?
Right. So, David says, apparently I'm Brandon's hero. Thanks, Brandon. Right? Tyler says you need to learn how to not get caught better. No shit. Oh, dude, Tyler, I got away with a lot of shit. I just, it was the repeated stuff where they were like, you need to stop doing this, Minx. And I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it. And they're like, well, we told you not to. And so then I got UCMJ action. I mean, I earned all of them. Like, go big or go home, right? So David says the review board does not have to honor a request for the change of a dishonorable discharge to a general one. The burden falls on you to provide a valid reason and any supporting proof as to why the review board should honor the change in request. Once you present the information, the review board has standards it must abide by. And then... Robert,
an individual gets a petition for action.
Right. So Robert says, so UCMJ protects E5 and above and officers. If this guy was an E4 and below, he would have had the book thrown at him. The UCMJ system is broken. And then Jason says, this judge, quote unquote, needs to go. So let's see. Ooh, caller. Thank you for calling WTF Nation Radio. You are live on the air.
Hey, Minx.
Hello. Who is this?
It's Doc. I
was going to say, that's Doc.
Oh, what's up?
I had heard, and, I'm reading right now from the New York Times, that it is required by the United States Army Court of Criminal Appeals. It's required for them to review his court-martial because he got a dishonorable discharge.
Okay, so it's under review?
Afternoon. I'm sorry?
I said, so it's under review, not necessarily that they're appealing it. It's just, it's under review?
Yes, it's required to be under review by the United States Army Court of Criminal Appeals. I'm reading this off of the New York Times. I had heard this in the afternoon earlier, because it was a dishonorable discharge. Now, fuck Bergdahl. But, take this into consideration. This guy was in a cage and shit. It's like John McCain. Trump called him, said he wasn't a war hero, and look what it did to him. there's a lot of presidential politics into this. I think the judge was being lenient because the man's been a fucking POW. Does he deserve a black and white ribbon? I don't say that. But the guy's been in fucking enemy hands, not knowing where his next meal or what he was going to do the next day. Sure, he's a piece of shit and he walked away, but goddamn, that's a hard life.
Yeah.
But it's required by the Army Court of Criminal Appeals for them to review his court martial. Mm-hmm. And then there's that General Abrams. There's actually a petition going around of vets and active duty to petition General Abrams because he can overrule the court martial. I've seen that petition going around earlier in the afternoon. He can increase the punishment, but he can review it and dismiss it. That general can.
Okay, so basically what I said, like, no one can add to his sentence, but they can take away from it. As far as making it even more lenient.
And the general that requested the court-martial, he can dismiss it. Oh. But, it's required to be reviewed by the Army court.
Okay.
I'm not a JAG officer. I think he's a piece of shit. But I think the judge took into consideration the guy's been held captive for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen images of them taking fucking Jordanian pilots and setting them on fire. I think the judge took that into consideration.
That's
for 5 years.
Two completely different groups, though. Two completely different groups that took prisoners. So the guys that held Bergdahl, they were not known. They're not known for killing POWs. They're known for holding them for ransom and, all that stuff. Trying to get money or weapons or, I don't know, their generals back from Gitmo. That's what they were known for. Other groups are known for the torture and killings of their POWs. But thanks for calling in, Doc, and giving us all that information and your opinion on everything that's going on with him.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of politics involved. I mean, you had the president talking. You had Obama trading prisoners for him. Mm-hmm. That's something, we as American soldiers, that doesn't happen. It was politicized a lot by Obama in exchange of the prisoners. Then Trump got involved when he was a candidate. And the judge had a lot on his plate.
Yeah, he definitely did.
And now it's all in the national media, and we're sitting here talking about it tonight.
Yep.
Good conversation.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, dude.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right, Doc. Have a good one.
Branko. Right? Was it right, Branko? Yeah, Branko. He did not have a plea bargain. He did what's known as a naked plea, and that he pled guilty without striking a plea bargain with the prosecution. So he got nothing for pleading guilty.
Yep. All he said was, "Yep, I did it."
Yep. He said, "Yeah, I plead guilty to both charges." To all charges, because he got multiple charges on one of them, right?
Yeah, there was a plethora of charges.
Yeah.
I forget everything.
So, but he pled guilty to them, and then he was just like, hope for the best. So,
what did Doc just say? Colonel Nance did not explain his reasoning for the sentence, which will be reviewed by General Robert B. Abrams, who convened the court-martial and has the power to lessen the punishment. If the final sentence still includes a punitive discharge, it will automatically be reviewed by the United States Army Court of Criminal Appeals.
Nice.
That's exactly what the New York Times website said.
Yeah, freaking. So, Joseph says they should have traded Bergdahl for Otto Warmbier with the North Koreans, and maybe a good person would still be alive. I mean, I still want, I still have questions why that Otto kid went to North Korea in the first place. Like, that's not really a like destination vacation at all. Like, I'm pretty sure no one's like, oh, let's go to North Korea for our dream vacation. Woo! Nobody does that. No.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. So I still fucking
Something to experience? I don't know.
right? Let's go look at all these fucking people in poverty, and that seems like a good idea.
They don't take you to those areas.
Yeah. Jason said that this was a dangerous precedent that this judge just set. And I agree with that to an yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Because now, you know, that one, that sense of duty for, you know, everyone downrange of, you know, like, I'm not going to fucking abandon my post, you know, like, so, like, one, your sense of duty should, like, keep you there because that's your fucking post, you know, fucking general orders, like, that's your fucking job, like, stay there. But also, I think a lot, it prevents, like, this fear of how harshly you will be punished for desertion. Like, it gets, you know, it was passed around, like, word of mouth, like, oh, you don't want to fucking desert, like, they'll fucking kill you, which is what they used to do, right? Which is why it helped reinforce this, like, fear of don't desert your post. And I think now with such a light sentence, people are going to be like, oh, well, fuck this. I don't feel like fucking being here. Like, he got off fucking easy, so why are they going to fucking throw the book at me?
I'm just going to roll the dice and see if I can't pull a Bergdahl.
You know, like, exactly. Yeah, you know, like, World War II, we were hanging bitches for desertion.
On the battlefield.
Right? World War I, World War II, something like that. Or, like, you know, or yeah, like, there's a cemetery in, is it France? Or, no, Luxembourg? Anyways, there's a cemetery over there, and there's a group of graves of American service members who were tried and then given death sentences, like via hanging, for desertion, for rape, for some, like, a bunch of other shit. But there's like what are you doing, mud puppy?
Google.
But there's this grave, what is it, like Lot E or like Lot F or something. Like, I was watching the History Channel and I was like, learn about this. I'm like, oh, I never even knew this fucking place existed. And nobody does, because all of these graves are unmarked and they're all dishonorably discharged vets who fucking committed war crimes and were punished for it and were hung for this. And it's like, now there really isn't a punishment now for desertion. Like, oh, okay, well, you kicked him out of the army. I'm pretty sure he was gonna get the fuck out either way. Like, I'm 99% sure Bergdahl was not gonna be like, oh, hey, retention NCO, let me hit you up. Like, what you got for me? You know, like, he wasn't gonna do that.
Yep. Fifth Field, 96 American soldiers.
Huh?
It's called The Fifth Field, the story of 96 American soldiers sentenced to death and executed in Europe, in North Africa, in World War II.
Yeah. For desertion and rape and, like I said, there's like a couple other charges in there. I'm thinking theft as well. I'm not, you know.
These were not crimes against enemy soldiers or against civilians actively supporting the enemy. These 96 soldiers murdered 26 fellow American military personnel and killed or raped 71 British, French, Irish, Italian, Polish, Algerian civilians, in addition to one soldier executed exclusively for desertion.
Boom! You know, that sort of thing helps. Honestly, I hate, I know it sounds bad, but that kind of fear helps instill like this, I don't know, would discipline be the right word for it, right? Like, you know, hey, I don't want to fucking hang if I leave my post, like, I know I'm gonna fucking die. So I'm just gonna stay here and live and do what, you know, the boss tells me to do because I don't want to die.
Yeah.
You know?
And these were all personally approved by General Dwight D. Eisenhower, or another high-ranking theater commander.
Yep. Friggin'. Right? Okay, so yeah, so fear is the right word. Thank you, Nick. Friggin'.
And that's what this kid's gonna do for the rest of his life and live in fear. He doesn't know if somebody's gonna sneak up behind him and off him. He doesn't know if somebody. He's never gonna be able to get a job. No corporation or company in their right mind is gonna hire him.
I'm sure there are organizations or companies out there who will. I mean, we've got companies that hire felons, you know. Case in point, one of my older brothers, I'll fucking admit it. I'll fucking put it out there. He's got I know at least one felony drug charge. Mostly because he used to smoke crystal meth and like got involved in like some really bad shit. And like Anyways, so I know, you know, he's been to prison. Pretty sure more than once. I don't know. We were never really super close. But you know, he's got a job now. So there are companies out there who will, you know, give jobs out to these guys. It's just they're few and far between. So.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that.
John Smith says liberals in Hollywood will do a praise film about him. And Branko says he can be the next McCain. LOL.
Is McCain going to now be his mentor?
Dude, fucking probably. Ugh. But yeah, you know, and like that's what I was trying to like, you know, explain, cause like earlier when I was like, you know, it's your fucking duty to stay at your post. You know, like you shouldn't need fear or like fear of punishment to do your fucking job. You know, like that's where honor, integrity, duty come in. And like I know I'm gonna get super preachy right now about like Army values and shit, but like, you know, if you don't fucking have them, get the fuck out. You know, like. Just I can't wrap my mind around why someone would leave their post. Like, especially like with his fucking excuse as far as like, oh, I was trying to bring, you know, attention to how crappy my leadership is. So you left your post? Like, how the fuck did you think this was going to work out for you? Like, you know, and then another part of like the thing is like, oh, I tried talking to, he's like, I tried talking to my first sergeant about like, you know, this toxic leadership, but we were in the middle of a firefight, and so my first sergeant wasn't paying attention to me. It's like, well, no shit, y'all are in the middle of a fucking ambush right now. Like, now is not the time nor the place to bring up the fact that you're unhappy with your leadership or that you feel as though your command is a toxic leadership. Like, now is not the time. There's a time and place for everything. In the middle of an ambush is not it. For really anything except defending your position and getting the fuck out of said ambush. Like, that's the only, like,
hey,
you know.
Hey, First Sergeant, is this a bad time to use the open door tile?
Right? Fucking idiot. God. Ugh. Fucking cause. I heard the Taliban's pressing charges against Bergdahl for desertion too. He's not out of the woods yet. Like, and exactly, Jason, like, how do we know that how do we know that Bergdahl himself has not been radicalized? How do we know he is not a sleeper agent? We don't fucking know this. Like, we don't fucking know. So again, it's like, well, why, like, fucking ship him back? Like, obviously you don't like it here, so on you go. Like, go back to fucking South Canada. So, I don't know. Like, just so aggravating. And then Joseph says, when a liberal agenda is pushed in university, it links into the military. It corrupts our officers and causes this nonsense. Not saying we should teach right side agenda, just need to teach the facts and keep politics out of college classrooms. I completely agree, Joseph.
Yes.
Completely agree. Friggin' and exactly, like, look at this fucking dude's dad. Like, when his dad was at the fucking Rose Garden when Obama announced, like, oh yeah, so we're gonna trade 5 Taliban generals for one dude because we don't negotiate with terrorists or something. Right? I mean,
That's still sensitive for me because
you worked at Gitmo. You fucking worked at Gitmo. You knew these guys that we fucking released.
Yeah.
You knew them. You know exactly why they were there, what they had done to get themselves there. You knew them. And yet we fucking said, okay. Because again, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
If they were still there at Gitmo, there was a reason.
Yes. and then fucking God, I'm so glad he's gone. And then fucking Obama was like, oh yeah, we're gonna make, like, they've agreed not to go back to what they were doing for, at least a year.
What was it? 2 weeks. The dude was one of them was already on video.
Yeah. Back to doing what they would. Right? Like, what's up, bitches? Like, granddaddy's back. What? It's like, like, how, like, we fucking give them back generals. And we're like, oh yeah, now don't misbehave or we're going to come get you, even though we have no way of tracking you once you leave. But we're going to come get you. It's not how it works. Like, it's not how it fucking, like, it's like, I don't know, it's not how any of this works. Like, I'm all about, and I understand the whole, don't leave your brother behind. We never leave a fallen comrade. We don't leave our brothers and sisters behind. No matter what, we always get our people back.
True story.
But God damn it, we don't fucking negotiate with terrorists either. And so this whole fucking deal to get him back, I think, never should have happened. We should have fucking SEAL Team 6, I'm positive someone somewhere knew where the fuck he was. We, let's face, government's a dark, scary place. They've got fucking eyes and ears and people fucking everywhere. You can't tell me we didn't know where he was. We fucking knew where Bin Laden was. And he was in a completely different other country than what than what was known to be there. But yet somehow we fucking knew that old man, like tall old man Rivers over in that compound over there across the border, that's him. So so I don't believe that in those 5 years that he was captured, that we never once did not know where he was.
Yeah, that we couldn't pinpoint his location because
you can't tell me that because
that's just like the soldiers just so happened to fall in the spider hole that Saddam was hiding in.
Right. Right, exactly. Cause yeah. So anyway, so Bergdahl's dad during that fucking in the rose garden, he legit, he looked homeless. Like, one, he looked homeless. Two, I honestly thought he was about to shout out like Aloha Snack Bar, because I'm gonna be that asshole that racially like profiles and stereotypes, but you looked like one of them. So my guard was up, and I'm like, oh, shit's about to go down. But then it didn't happen. I was like, whoa. Okay, well, you proved me wrong. But, at the same time. Oh, but hell yeah. Cause, holy shit balls. We've got Girls Gone Grunt here with us in a couple minutes, and like by a couple I mean after the break, because holy shit, that's what we gotta do now. It's break time.
Holy crap, that went fast.
Right? So all right, you guys, so we're trying out this new thing where we're not gonna be restarting the feed. So if you guys want, please, I encourage everyone to stick around during this break. It's only gonna be, hold on, I have to math really quick. About 7 minutes long. Yeah, no.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
7
Shots,
minutes.
refill your
Exactly.
drink, plenty of time.
Exactly. It's like, smoke break for during like class or whatever. Like, smoke them if you got them. Get a new drink. Go to the bathroom. I don't know. But come back. Hang out with us. We've got more to talk about. I love seeing everyone's opinions on this. I love seeing your guys' reactions, responses. So please hang out with us for the next little bit, and we shall be back here soon. So yeah, we will. Yeah, I don't fucking know. We'll be fucking back. So see you soon.
Shots.
Take this photograph, tell me what it is you see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy, just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got, and is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain, and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I'm breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see today. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Get peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media portray me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go from my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object that's tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object that's tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object that's tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
All right, everybody, we are back. If you have if you've stuck with us, there we go. I know how to fucking talk. Throughout the break, thank you so much. As you can see, I am joined by more people. So we've got Kevin, Sully, and Crystal from Girls Gone Grunt. What's up, you guys?
Hi.
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. We're doing good.
Awesome. So, I know, like, I'll be the first one to admit, like, I didn't know what you guys were. So what is Girls Gone Grunt? And two, how did you come up with the name Girls Gone Grunt?
So there's a little bit of a long history behind that. Around the holidays this time last year, actually between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I was watching TV, just sitting around the house, and a commercial came in. I don't even remember exactly what commercial it was, but it had something to do with a wife or a mom welcoming home a veteran or welcoming home active duty military, something of that nature. And I had just recently been made a Grunt Style ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought process was, from what I had seen on everything with Grunt Style, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll make something or create something to tap into the female demographic for Grunt Style.
Okay.
And so what I did was I kind of bounced around a bunch of names for a few weeks, and I told my fiance a couple of the different names, and she was like, yes, no, that sounds good. And one night it hit me, Girls Gone Grunt. So that's where the name came from. So from then, what we did was took me a little while to decide on how I wanted to start it. I wanted to do it the right way. I have a little bit of a marketing background. I was in advertising and marketing for 8 to 9 years with a major media company here in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I did was I decided I was going to start the platform on Instagram.
Okay.
So started things over there. It snowballed. It started growing faster than I could have ever imagined. And I promoted Grunt Style. What I did was I had the female demographic, once again, send me pictures of themselves in Grunt Style, and then I would feature them on the page. About a month into it, I decided, no, it was less than a month. I decided I wanted to do a feature model position. So I did a contest on the actual page where girls would send me pictures in their Grunt Style, and then I would have the fans vote on who was going to be the feature model that month. And that's where the feature model position was born.
Oh, nice.
Since then, yeah, it's pretty cool. Since then, that's obviously taken on a whole new level. I've had to create an application so we can thoroughly review all the women that submit to us. And we go through a whole selection process with that now. And obviously, as you've seen, I don't know if you've been on the website or not, but we've snowballed into a huge conglomerate of things. We've actually shifted away from Grunt Style. And the only real reason because of that was because we were limiting our market.
Mm-hmm.
The Girls Gone Grunt name in its own is just super catchy. So we decided we were limiting ourselves. So we brought in our market to all the hardworking women of America, like Crystal, Tiffany, our first feature model ever. She won 2 months back to back. Jessica, Katie, and Jessica from Texas as well. Tiffany's from Texas as well. So we've really broadened our market in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And we have now feature models pretty much all over the country. So it's been a good ride so far. It's blown up way more than I ever imagined it would. It's been fun. We're not really doing this to monetize from it.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it because it's fun.
Okay. So how does Girls Gone Grunt help or impact the veteran community?
So what we've done is we've partnered with active duty military, veteran, police, or firefighter owned businesses.
Mm-hmm.
We have 4 right now that we're partnered with. We're obviously looking to do more. We're, readily available to do more. But even then, we've had some businesses that have come into us that want to partner, and it just wasn't a real good connection.
Mm-hmm.
And from my advertising background in the past, I wouldn't sell somebody something that wasn't going to be good for them.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take on business just because I want their money. I'm going to take on a business if I know it's going to work for them and it's going to work for us. So I've partnered with K-Bar Soap out of Lake Wiley, South Carolina. He was our first partner we ever had. He's a U.S. Marine Corps veteran. So we partnered with him. He supplies all the feature models of our soap every month, and they review it. We post about it on our social media, so he gets exposures that way. Basically, what we do for them is we use our market, our base, to market their business. So promotions, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're not the only business. They're obviously not the only business that we partner with. We partner with Liberty Tree Woodworks. He made the flag behind me. We did that so that that's on display. He's also a veteran. We partner with Be Well Blueprint, who writes a weekly blog for us, nutritional blog and fitness blog. That you can find on our website. If you subscribe to our website, you'll get that in email once a week. Her husband is a Marine Corps veteran, and the Grunt guy. He is a promotions guy that holds MTV Challenge Throwdown events that benefits MedGift, which was TM Brown's charity when she was going through her battles with cancer.
Okay.
And he's a veteran as well. So we have 4 businesses right now on board that are all veterans.
Awesome. Mud Puppy.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I see you're back. What's your question for our guests?
I was stalking y'all's Facebook and your guys' website, and it shows you guys sending out hero boxes. How many of those do you guys do a year?
We're doing 1 a month. The last one we did didn't end up. We don't know if it ever made it, and the person that we sent it to never responded back. So actually, this month we didn't end up sending one out, but we do plan on sending one out in November.
That's awesome. Could you tell us a little bit about the hero box? What you guys
So the
put
hero
in
box, they actually, I touched base with them because I thought it was a great idea, and you can actually pick whether you want to send it to deployed male service member or female service member. So our first 2 boxes, we actually picked females. I contacted their PR people or their marketing people or whoever, and spoke with them, and they were totally on board with it. And so what we did was we didn't, I guess you wouldn't call it partner with them, but we're just using them as a way to support deployed service members.
Oh, okay. So I have a question for you guys from Facebook Live. So something that helps PTSD, would that be something that you guys would be willing to work with?
You want to take it?
So, what are they looking to do?
It just says like something to help support or help with PTSD.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's close and near dear to our heart. Kevin and I are both career professional firefighters, and we want to get involved with both the law enforcement, EMS, the fire service, our veterans, because they're both sides of those deal with a lot of tragedy. So if it's something that we could reach out and help somebody, even if it's just a phone call or reaching out to us, that's definitely something we're interested in doing.
I've actually thought about making a spot on our website for a message board.
Uh-huh.
I think a message board implemented into our site would connect more people together. So that could be a way that we could help in that spectrum, or at least one of the ways we could help in that spectrum, to connect people that are going through the same thing. But like Sully said, we've seen it. We're firefighters. We're on an engine company together, actually, and we've seen it. We've dealt with it. So we're right there with everybody that's had to either go through it or has dealt with somebody that's gone through it before. We know the hardship there.
Yeah. Mud Puppy, your turn. Right? Tag, you're it.
Notice that one of the girls is about to be an airman. How does she feel about going into the Air Force and everything else?
I think that's Brittany, right?
Yeah, it's our
next
feature model.
Brittany just came on with us, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
And I really haven't had that much interactions with her as far as just reaching out to her, telling her she's been selected. I know Kevin's been in contact with her quite a bit.
Yeah, I know her parents are veterans. I know she's planning on getting into the military, but I don't know much more than that. We're still kind of getting to know her.
So, Crystal.
Yes.
You've been quiet this whole time. So what does it mean to be a featured model for Girls Gone Grunt? Like, is there like responsibilities that you have to do? Do you have to make appearances somewhere? Like, yeah, what's your roles and responsibilities as a featured model?
Right now, I mean, it's just kind of keeping in contact with Kevin and Sully, and a lot of the contact is done through Instagram. The one thing that I've noticed is once the feature model is announced for whatever month, you start getting a lot of email contact. And for mine, I work for a law enforcement agency in California, and a lot of it, honestly, is just interacting with women who are interested in getting into that field, wanting to know more about the company itself. There hasn't been any like public appearances so far.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just basically interacting with the community, kind of just from a social media standpoint.
Okay. So, I don't know. I'm just wondering. So, Kevin, Sully, how did you guys come to selecting Crystal for last month's feature?
So I was just recently tasked with selecting the feature models. So pretty much what happens is the feature models applicants will send a number of photos with a little bio about themselves, and with a little Facebook stalking, we just wanted to kind of make sure we're making the right choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I tried to pick females that are very active in those services I mentioned, whether it be the law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, dispatchers, anybody in the military. And we just recently had a discussion about how we wanted to take this, and even the mothers that stay at home, or the mothers that are homeschooling their kids. These are the women of America that are busting their butts to make sure the family is taken care of, and we wanted to give them a platform to do that, give them a voice.
Okay. So I know that you guys are centered definitely around, like women and everything. So would you say that you guys are feminists? And like the dirty ones of today are like more like the historically like correct feminists, where you're like trying to empower them and not man hate everybody.
No. Fuck them. So basically, we're here for the females across the country that don't typically speak up. They're us. They're the people. They're the people that voted for Trump. You know, that demographic of people spoke up. Finally, we were the ones that went to work every day, 9 to 5. We busted our ass to pay our bills and our taxes. We kept our mouths shut and dealt with Obama for the last 8 years. And finally, you know, was he the best choice out of the two? I believe so. But he won because we spoke. We finally went out to the polls. We got the majority and we won the vote. So what we do is we give them, that silent majority of females in this country, a platform now to show their beauty, to speak their voice, to connect as a community and become one. So that's what we do. Our feature models are not, they're not professional models. They're regular people like you and I. Crystal goes to work and busts her ass every day, California. Tiffany works in real estate. Katie is a nurse. Jessica is an Air Force veteran. So I think Jessica from Wisconsin, our May model, works in a spa. So when we select these models, we look to make sure that they are everyday, hardworking American women. And they're not someone just trying to use us for publicity, because we don't want that shit.
Yeah. So
one of the things that I thought was kind of important too was, you know, working so closely with Crystal for the last month, you know, giving her a platform and to show her what, you know, Leos do. I know she's, in our last conversation with her, she was saying she's got a number of emails from other females inquiring about how to become law enforcement. And I think that's huge too, because maybe this is something that females wouldn't have thought about doing, but because we gave Crystal this platform, it allows these women to go out there and ask questions and become curious and to, you know, want to take that approach or that career path.
Yeah, it hasn't just happened with Crystal. It's happened with Tiffany. Tiffany's connected with people in the bodybuilding world. So, you know, to build on what we originally spoke about when we started the interview, we've really started to create a rather decent size community in the short 8 months we've been around. So we've expanded as best we can through Facebook and Twitter, but we don't have many hands in the pot right now. So we do what we can across all the platforms.
Yeah. So how do you guys, I guess, like, build your funds? Is it simply through donation, or like, how do you guys do this?
So in July, we came out with a shirt, the Rising Tide shirt. We had Grunt Style Custom make it for us, and that sold out. So we've used that for some of our marketing costs. Again, monetizing off this isn't a priority for us. What's a priority for us is getting out there, building the brand. So anything we get in from that, or any sales we make, get turned around and go right back into marketing to build brand awareness. So that's what we did to start. We did t-shirts. We have a lightweight hoodie out now. We have a patch and a decal of our logo that you can see behind Sully. So only those 4 things. Would we like to be able to sell more, to do more marketing, to build brand awareness faster? Absolutely. But we're also not looking to take out $20,000 loans to do it. We're trying to recycle what we can here and make the sales one sale at a time, and take that money and turn it back into the business to be successful. So All those merchandise items are available on the website. Solely, our CO handles all that, and we ship our stuff out the next day. Our first shirt from Grunt Style Custom was a pre-order. That was a bit tough because it took about 6 weeks to get made by Grunt Style. So there was quite the lag time there. Almost, well, it was over a month and a half between when somebody actually ordered the shirt and they got it. So I know I'm not the type of person, and I told Sully this when we were going through it, I'm not the type of person that wants to drop 20 or 30 bucks on a shirt and wait a month and a half for it. I want it tomorrow. And I think a lot of people want it tomorrow. So what we've done as a business is decided not to use any company that doesn't have a turnaround less than 2 weeks. That way, we'll put it out for pre-order for the first week so we can get an idea of numbers. And then we will put it to production and have them out within 3 weeks. Everything on our site now is available. We do have that in stock, so that gets out the next day.
Oh, that's amazing. But I don't think we've mentioned this. What is your guys' website?
girlsgonegrunt.com. Pretty simple.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, straightforward. I locked that up as soon as I came up with the idea. So I went on, and as cheap as they are nowadays, I went ahead and bought that URL as fast as I could. I created the website on my own. I didn't pay anybody to do that. We manage social media all on our own. We don't pay anybody to do that.
And we don't buy followers.
And we don't buy followers. I hate people that buy followers.
Right.
Just throwing that out there.
Right. I do like how you kind of threw that out there. Like, we don't pay for our followers. Bitches.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really fucking proud of. And I'm passionate about that. We're almost about to eclipse 8,900 followers on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
And I see these fucking pages with like 20,000 followers with like 50 posts.
And one photo like.
Yeah,
right.
There's no engagement on their page. And you can tell who these people are. And I don't need to call anybody out or anything like that because I'm not about that.
Yeah.
But I'm real proud of the fact that we've been able to organically get almost 8,900 followers in a short 8 months. Now, I know other people have had a lot more success, but being new or relatively new to the social media world, on the business aspect of things, we look at that as a really good accomplishment. Facebook, same thing. We're almost to 1,800 now, right?
Yeah, we're pushing it.
So we're really proud of that. We do what we can between, there's 3 of us that handle all that. So 4 of us.
Right.
So.
Crystal.
Yes.
Yeah,
I see you got quite a small arsenal. What's your go-to gun when you go to the range?
Well, my CCW, I just have a M&P Shield 40 caliber. I'm trying to stockpile. So I just bought a Beretta Nano 9mm, and we also purchased a 1911 Springfield 45. But
you're a woman after my own standard Beretta.
My standard carry is a 40 cal Smith & Wesson.
What about rifles? All I see is you shooting rifles, and those are some pretty AR platforms you have there.
Yeah, that I have to credit to someone else. Those aren't my personal guns, but they know how to build them in California. So.
Right, which is kind of ironic. So Crystal, you don't know this, but I am California born and raised.
Nice.
And so I understand how difficult it is to get weapons.
Absolutely.
In California. The gun laws are ridiculous. It's one of the reasons I love Texas, and I'm never going back to California.
Yeah, I don't see myself retiring in this state.
Yeah, no, it's...
we don't see ourselves retiring in New York either.
We have Prince Cuomo up here.
Cuomo's fucking horrible.
But
horrible. probably pretty close. I know California's got some strict laws, but New York is.
They're ridiculous. My dad
Our
had
gun laws are.
It's stupid. My dad had to, when they started doing pretty much what's the right word? Like, you can only buy so much ammo, like in the fucking year, right?
Yeah.
So he bought himself like his own reloader, so he could, like, you know, pick up all the brass and be like, all right, well, time to make my own bullets now.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's what a lot of people have done. It's just what it's come to. I mean, the laws are getting so stringent, and you know, everything's shifting over from a society of personal accountability to let's group everyone together as a whole and penalize everybody. So
yeah, it's California. Ugh. So are you like Northern California or Southern?
I'm in Sacramento.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Right.
Friggin',
in the capital.
Yeah. Right in the hubbub of where all the dumb shit's happening.
Yeah. That's our claim to fame.
Right.
What's the process like there?
Of
To get
obtaining a
concealed
weapon
carry?
or concealed carry?
Just to get the concealed carry permit.
Good.
It depends on the county. It's luckily for Sacramento, it's a shall issue county. We've got a great sheriff right now, so they're getting them through. Sacramento County, I know, just transferred over to an online portal, which I think is streamlining everything. I went through when it was all paper, and the process took forever to go through like DOJ background and stuff. So from now, I think you can get them quick. I mean, the turnaround's super quick on them. For mine, it took like 9 months.
Yeah, that's about what New York is.
Yeah.
Right? 9 months?
I think they got better. I think it's done like 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got better.
I had to wait like 9 months when I got mine. That was a
Yeah.
while ago.
Yeah. Again, I love Texas. Like,
Yeah, you've got it
Second
great down
Amendment is
there.
my
You really
concealed
do.
carry.
Yeah, you got it really good because they're doing everything they can to get rid of guns in New York. And I'm pretty sure California is the same way. But literally, our media puts out every bad little notion they can about how bad guns are. And they're just using it to push their propaganda to take them out of our hands. New York's horrible. I cannot wait until I can retire in 18 years from the firehouse. I could retire in like 9, but I'm staying for 30. I'm going to try to stay for 30.
He doesn't want to leave me yet.
So wait, you guys work at the same firehouse?
Yeah, we actually go on tomorrow.
Yeah, we're on the same engine company. We get to
Nice.
deal with each other every day.
The
All
bromance is so
day.
strong.
So we work together in Girls Gone Grunt, and Sully's a partner in the actual business. And then we get to go and spend 24 hours at the firehouse together because we do 24 hours on, 72 off. So 24/72 is just what the schedule is called.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It's nice because we're able to actually spend more time with family and do different things. It's allowed us to put a lot of time into Girls Gone Grunt. There's a lot of benefits to the schedule. And then there's a lot of disadvantages to the schedule because if you're running your ass off for 24 hours, it really sucks for like a day until you get caught back up.
Yeah.
Or if you work a part-time job as a paramedic.
Right.
That's what
Crystal, how do you feel about the gun laws being, working with LEO and everything else? How do you feel about the gun laws in California?
It's a tough climate right now, just everywhere. It's not just in California. Like we were talking about earlier, New York, is bad too.
Yeah.
I think it's unfortunate that we are in a society where personal accountability has gone completely out the window. And, there's these shotgun approaches to these things. We were reading an article today when we were at work, and it was saying how in the midst of the New York terror attack with the truck, we need to talk about gun control. It's like they're two things that aren't even correlated. But everything always seems to go back to that. And, in the wake of what happened in Vegas and stuff, I don't think necessarily that it's the solution right now. I really don't. People are going to get their hands on them, whether you put the laws out there or not. I feel like at this point, they're just keeping them. It's harder to get them in the hands of law-abiding citizens with the way that it's going.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they take them out of the hands of law-abiding citizens, and the criminals are still going to get them. We've seen it all over social media. You know, everybody knows that, but our politicians. So what does that tell you?
Right. So, Crystal, we've got a question for you in Facebook Live.
Okay.
And it is, what is your motivation, or what was your motivation for partnering up with Girls Gone Grunt?
I honestly just love what Kevin and Sully are about. Born and raised in a veteran household. My dad's a Vietnam vet, combat vet, and I just think it's great. There's so many things that divide culture right now as it stands. So my motivation was just getting involved in a platform of people who love their country, who have a massive amount of respect for the armed forces and first responders, law enforcement, fire, EMS, nurses, you name it, across the board. I think it just is one thing that's bringing our community together.
Very nice.
Yeah, and again, that goes back to what our original platform idea was to bring that silent majority of women back together. It's like they didn't have any place to do that. And that's what we're providing them now. And I think if we do a message board or some type of forum on the website where they can connect even more, might be a huge benefit. And I've actually got that in the works to get up within the next, hopefully, a week.
Mm-hmm.
But Crystal's been great to have on board. A breath of fresh air, I guess. I think I told you that the other day.
Yeah.
I do a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
She's been more than willing to help, more than willing to connect with other people from our community.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been great to work with. So, you know, hit all the spectrums of, well, we haven't hit all of them yet, but we'd like to hit all of them as far as LEO police, or LEO is police, EMS, fire, nurses, Katie's a nurse, Tiffany's fitness, into fitness and bodybuilding. Her husband's an Army vet in the active in the National Guard now, I believe. So we really want to hit all the spectrums.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had a really good grasp on the stay-at-home moms yet. I don't know how to get that, but we're coming for you. I don't know how to get them, but we're coming.
I was going to say, so what are some of the criterias when it comes to picking, you know, your featured model?
I think when it comes down to it is their values. You know, what do they stand for? You know, what type of person are they? You know, do they want to see the country a better place, or are they just, you know, I'm not just in it for picking, you know, girls that look pretty or just want to be supermodels. Like, I'm in it for females that want a platform and, you know, give other people power. And like Kevin was saying, show people that, you know, there are people out there that love their country. They're not just going to dress up as vaginas and march down the street and, you know, fight over their uterus or all the other crazy bullshit that's going on right now. You know, that there is sane conservative women out there with strong family values, and that's something that's huge for us.
Yeah. Freaking apparently Doc has been on your guys' website and he says Tiffany is hot.
Yeah, they are. You know, I want to back up what Sully just said. Looks aren't the primary deciding factor at all.
I do a lot of Facebook stuff. Let me start that over again. I do a lot of Facebook stalking. Like I said, I'm looking for strong valued women with, you know, strong family roots and strong value in country and, you know, all the other stuff that goes along with that.
All the women that we've had on board with us so far have been fucking awesome. to put it simply. We didn't select them right off the bat, but we started to recently because who we had selecting them before got overwhelmed with what they were doing. So we kind of took on that duty as well. But man, they've been great, and I'm not dissatisfied with any of the ones that we've picked so far. Again, like Sully said, he Facebook stalks them out and checks everything, Instagram, etc., and make sure you get a good grasp on who they are before we pick them. We are talking about going to an actual interview process through Skype or even FaceTime or something, so that we can get a better grasp on who we're getting in. Because as you can imagine, the bigger we get, the more applications we're getting.
Oh yeah.
So it's becoming a little bit of a tougher process.
It is. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. You know, you're sitting there at the computer screen looking at all the people that submitted. It's very difficult to pick them. And, you know, like I said, the things that stand out to me is when I go through and I see Crystal at the rifle range with a bunch of her bros or coworkers or whoever they are. You know, then in the next picture, I see her, you know, taking care of her 2 sons and they're out doing a family activity. Like that's awesome. And that's how I grew up, and, you know, strong values. And I think I've turned out to be a good person. So, you know, I just hope that continues in our country and we don't lose that.
Good person.
Well, strong women.
Yeah,
Sully's a great person.
With me, I was an MP, so with a family, so I understand how juggling, you know, working LEO style, and having a family can be quite a strain on life. I don't know how you do it. You said you're a single mom?
Yeah, but I'm on our non-sworn side, so I handle more of the civil side of stuff. I run our department's tax seizure program, so we contract with a couple other state agencies for people delinquent on their state taxes, and then seize property or assets and then sell it at auction to satisfy their debt owed to the state. So I have a really good setup with my job, and I'm fortunate enough to work 9-hour days, Monday through Friday, have every other Friday off, and working for the state. It's paid holidays, and the benefits are.
Shoots an AR-15's a badass in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, more people hunt after you because you're taking all their stuff.
Right. Yeah. But it's, you know, I have a really strong support system, really strong family, you know, background, like the guys were talking about. So it kind of works out. My kids are spaced apart. For all the moms that do multiples and diapers, I hand it to you because my oldest is 10 and my youngest is 3. So, but it's just like anything else in life. You do it, you know, it's what you signed up for as a parent, and you know, you get up every morning, you have a greater sense of worth, I guess, because you just have something that you have to live for.
How does your family view you being a part of Girls Gone Grunt?
They're totally in support of it, and the overall mission of it. Like I said, my dad's Army vet, so anything that can help. He was in at a time when they were coming back, I mean, they were getting spit on at the airport. And so anything to help bring pride back into just what our country is founded off of, our armed forces and the men and women out on the front lines of everyday life, they are in full support of it. They're great. My parents are amazing people. So anything that I'm on board with, they're behind me.
Yeah, that's the thing. So our platform it's not trashy. That's not what we're doing here, you know? So, you know, when people originally hear Girls Gone Grunt, or I tell them, hey, you know, have you ever been to my site, Girls Gone Grunt? They kind of look at me cross-eyed. And then I explain to them what it is, or I just say, go look at the site. And then, you know, make an opinion. And when they start to realize, or they read the About Us section on the website, they understand what the mission is. It's kind of obviously has, it sounds a lot like Girls Gone Wild, but it's not. It's completely different. It's a completely different idea, completely
Lost
different
Gone Wild.
platform. So, yeah, none of our feature models have had any issues as far as I've seen. They've all had great support from their family, who we see on a lot of the social media posts supporting them, in their posts and making comments on it and sharing it to the rest of the family. And that's how this thing's going to grow. We don't have a huge budget, like I said earlier. So everything we get in, are returning back and investing in marketing and brand awareness, and then other new product to get out to also build brand awareness. But, we don't have a lot of money coming in right now. So the biggest or the best thing for us is word of mouth. And, I have a family. I have a mom and dad. I have 9. My mom and dad are still alive, I should say. I have an 8-year-old and 6-year-old at home that love Girls Gone Grunt. They both have shirts. They wear them proudly. So word of mouth is huge for us right now. The more we can share, like anybody watching this, if you can share it to your page, let's get our name out a little bit more. And we're just looking to build the community as best we can.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And that's the other thing with our photos. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, go for it, Sully. Go.
Well, with our photos, I mean, it's not like we're telling Crystal to take provocative photos and send them to us. It's not like we're two creepy guys behind a keyboard, like saying, "Hey, send me some underwear pictures" or whatever. Like we're not like that. We're not creepy dudes. Although those guys that keep sending dick pics, that's getting pretty tiring.
Yeah. That's
Wrong platform.
Right?
Yeah, wrong. But
That's slowed down.
yeah, that slowed down quite a bit.
Thank God.
But we're not in it. Like I said, like Kevin was saying, I got a wife to go home to, so she's not gonna put up with that.
Right. Well, I know I'm out of questions for you guys. Mud Puppy, do you have any more?
No, not at all.
All right,
they
so
pretty much covered everything.
one last time, where can we find you guys? And where if any of our badass female listeners are wanting to apply to be part of your guys' organization, where can they go to do that?
So pretty much our main hub is girlsgonegrunt.com. Everything and anything you need. What was that? Was that my fucking phone?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Sorry. There, it's over. So girlsgonegrunt.com. That's our main hub. Anything and everything you need to find is on there. Feature model application. It's right in the top menu. About us is on there if you want to learn more about us. If you want to contact us, it's on every single page on the bottom. If you want to look at our current feature models, or our current feature model and our past feature models, they're all on there. It's a really navigable menu, and I try to keep it that way so that it seems like a means of simplicity is what's wanted out there in the tech world. So I'm trying to conform to that, stay to that. But if they want to be a feature model, go to our website, go under feature model submission. Is that my phone?
It's back.
It's texting me. There, it's off. Go to a feature model application. You can submit there. We also take photo sets, a minimum of 4 photos for our website. So if you go to Beauties, our Beauties page, you'll see women from across the country that have submitted photos to us, photo sets. So you'll find them under there. Instagram, Girls Gone Grunt. Facebook, Girls Gone Grunt. Twitter, Girls Gone Grunt. Girlsgonegrunt.com.
I was gonna say it's like you I
yeah.
can't speak. Monopolize that name.
Yeah.
Snatched it up.
Right.
Did what we could to make sure we secured everything right off the bat.
Right.
We knew we had something good here, and it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. We're going to keep doing good things. We're going to keep getting the female voice out there. Minx, send us some pictures. You're a beautiful woman. We want you up there. And that's it. Yeah, we appreciate you guys having us on.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Hey, Sully, I think your wife might have commented on our Facebook Live.
She watches me like a hawk.
Yeah, she's like, Sully, I bet she won't put up with that.
No. She's got a pistol permit too, so I'm definitely scared of her. Because she shoots better than I do.
Well, I mean, it is statistically proven like women are better shots.
It is.
So I know I'm deadly. If you're like 150 meters and out, like I'll get you every single time in the head. But if no, it's so bad though, because like if you're 50 meters away from me, I'm just I'm all over you. I can't hit you. Like you'll hear it go by. You're like, oh shit. But I can't. No, like further out, I got you though.
The problem with my wife, though, is she shoots right-handed, but she's left-eye dominant.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wild card.
Yeah,
Right.
she's a wild card.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us for this segment of the show. We're going to go on break, and when we come back, we're going to have the third and final hour of our show, and we're going to talk about the Antifa revolution that's supposed to start tomorrow. And that's going to be awesome because
Oh my God.
I can't wait.
Good luck with that.
Right? And so we're going to listen to some music from Another Round, who is fronted by an Army veteran, and Forensic, who is part of Deputies Hook 'em and Book 'em. So enjoy the music, you guys.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Yourself that every lost and left to rot away in your eyes. Leave trails of pending emptiness. Your feelings for me will digress, and I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. All the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. It's better to be alone. It's better to be alone.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
How it is that a hero needs saving, how he needs that support to keep his roof from caving, holding tight on that 45 as a tear drops from his eye. Picturing his mom is all that's kept him alive, cause he's buried his friends and he's buried his thoughts. Suppress these demons inside until his stomach's in knots. I see you on your knees, so please let me give you help, pick you up.
Everybody, for the third and final part of Friday Night Motherfucking Freedom. So yeah, thank you guys so much. If you've stuck around this long through that long break, you're fucking amazing. Thank you for sticking around with us. Hell yeah, we're back, Doc. So, as I'm sure most of you are aware, the fascist group anti-fascist, or anti-fascism, also known as Antifa, apparently, rumor has it, they're staging a revolution, which starts tomorrow. One of the places they've decided to hold their revolution of sorts is Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I would not necessarily say that's the smartest choice. But fuck it, go big or go home, right? I mean,
you've got what, the Fort Bragg? I think I've seen Charlotte.
Oh, Fort Bragg. All right, let's just look at Fort Bragg / Fayetteville. One, there's a reason why it's called Fayetteville and not some like slutty or like STD type name. Fayetteville, like bitches die on the street there. So good luck with that. 2, you're going to the home of special operations. Good luck. You fucking idiots. Good luck. Like, I wish. What?
That's straight rolling the dice right there.
Dude, I know, right? Like, you might graze one of them, like, in the arm, and they'll be like, 'tis but a flesh wound. Which is going to do nothing but piss them off, and they're going to be like, oh, your ass is mine now.
Me smash.
Right? How, again, it's a special operation, so they're going to get you before you even know they're there.
Yeah.
Again, good luck. I really wish I was in the area with a giant bag of popcorn and like a lawn chair and just like, yes.
Getting beer.
Oh my God. And beer. Yes, Mom. Yes. This is why you're here to remind me of beer. Yes. Fucking yes.
Can we make this a tailgate party?
Oh my God. Fuck yeah. We're going to get hammered and like we'll have like a
tailgate food.
Dude, yes. We could have like a squares board. Like, how long do you think this fucker's gonna last?
Right?
You know, like,
Station
yes.
All right,
I'm
here we go.
so
I found the
excited.
Antifa BLM planned November 4th riots. We have Phoenix, Carlsbad, California. There is a ton.
Yeah, they're
supposedly.
fucking everywhere. I can't wait.
Virginia Beach, Suffolk, which is military area. Norfolk, military area. Charleston, military area. Vietnam's on here. Let's see. Dearborn Heights, Michigan. That's right outside Dearborn, which is land of the most how do I put this? There's radical Islam going on in Dearborn, so.
Right. So it's just so funny. Like they've got this whole list of like nightmares going on in the country right now. Nightmare. And some of them are fucking hilarious. Nightmare. Muslims and refugees demonized, banned, and cast out. Well, I mean, it's not like we didn't have good reason to do that. Like, I'm just saying. There's that. Another one that's on there. LGBTQ people stigmatized, ostracized, and denied civil rights recently won. Again, which rights have been taken away? They're still what?
You can't vote anymore, can you?
Right? Oh my God, I can't. No, I can still vote. Let's see what else.
You got fired this week, didn't you?
No, I still have my job.
Oh, so you can work. Okay. No, I was on the highway today, and I seen a lot of women drivers. So,
right? I'm still able to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I fall under that, like I fall under that rainbow flag spectrum. I haven't lost any rights yet, so I'm still waiting on that to happen. But maybe it's because I'm white, and that kind of cancels out because white privilege or something, allegedly.
No, because where I work, I have a female black lesbian, and she was at work today for sure.
Damn it. So there goes that.
That throws
Wait,
that
there was
out.
a protest?
Right? Was there a protest? I didn't.
Or like, I totally I was in my own little world. So were gay people not supposed to show up at work to prove a point?
Apparently, no. It wasn't that. It was they're saying that gay people have lost rights recently won.
Oh.
Last time I checked, the gays are still able to get married. Personally, I don't know. I don't know why they would want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm over here trying to get out of mine. I'm like, all right, time to go. like, if you want it, fucking take it. But at the same time, like, let's all be honest. Like, I would love to get invited to like just a flamboyant, fabulous gay wedding because
it'll be fun.
Oh my God,
they're a blast.
Yeah.
But my thing is if they were really taking the rights away, the first right would go in the Supreme Court. Like, just say we had, extremely, like, I guess you could say strict conservatives on the judge, that are serving, would be the gay marriage.
Right. And it's still fucking there.
Right.
And they're saying like all women are being oppressed, and how? Like, the only party that really has a history of oppressing women would be the left. Oh. Like the side that's all about like, oh, women's rights. It's constantly being founded as the worst oppressors of women. So weird. Like Harvey, what's his dick? He's got, what is it now? Like over 50 women have come forward and been like, oh yeah, he did this to me too.
I think I found an article earlier today, and I gotta dig it up, but I can't remember exactly which state, but they are, I guess, going through evidence to bring charges against him.
Oh, New York. It's New York, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's that. What else? Okay, so you know how Kevin Spacey came out of the closet earlier this week, right?
At the most strongest time.
Right? It's like, well, okay, so I don't understand the mentality of how people can ignore, like, he made this huge long Twitter post. I don't understand how the media completely ignores the top half where he admits to trying to sexually assault a 14-year-old boy, by the way, a 14-year-old boy. But in the next paragraph, he's like, I've lived my life as a straight bisexual, and now I'm coming out. I'm a gay man. And everybody and their mom that, society tells us we're supposed to value their opinions as far as like, celebrities or the media, society's constantly trying to tell us like, hey, value their opinions and think just like them, and then you'll be happy like them, right? But all these celebrities are coming out like, oh, you're so brave, Kevin. Like, way to come out now during this time of oppression, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, are we really just going to bypass the fact that he just admitted to trying to rape a 14-year-old boy?
Okay, like, what he did royally, like, I've been stewing on this for days. And this is you're getting the raw from mom here.
Oh.
We've kind of gone through something in our family where my son.
Yeah, you've told me about that.
He was sexually abused. And we went through our, the investigation with the, CID, which was bullshit. And then CPS was bullshit. After everything's happened, this piece of shit went to live back with his mother. After this piece of shit had sexually abused my son, decided to come out of the closet that he was gay. So for Kevin Spacey to just be like, oh, well, I don't remember. I must have been drunk. Oh, by the way, I'm gay. That's insulting, right, to the gay community.
Oh, very much so. It's like, you can't fucking take shelter under our pretty little rainbow flag just because you are like gonna look like down upon because, oh wait, hold on, you abused a child.
Correct.
Yeah, you know, like don't run under our pretty little shadow and canopy for help, or like, oh, I'm gay, so you can't touch me. It's like, that's not how this works.
And, you know, with that, you know, being said, like, because when on Facebook this piece of shit came out as being gay, I was like, oh, that's nice. So you had to figure that out by doing this to, you know, the boy. You know, is that how you found out, like, you were really gay? Because that's not what gay people do. And of course, I was blocked, you know, by him and his entire family. And I mean, I would ask Kevin Spacey the same damn thing. So was that the pivotal moment where you decided you were gay, was taking advantage of a teenage boy at 13? I mean, I'm pretty sure at 13 that kid didn't even know if he was gay, bi, or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all ready for the big twist of the Kevin Spacey thing?
Maybe.
Kevin Spacey's Foundation for Young Artists shut down both its website and Twitter account Thursday as allegations of sexual misconduct continued to swirl around the acclaimed actor.
Well, I know they freaking thanks, Allie. I know they what did they do? They fucking Netflix took down House of Cards.
Well, they're going to air season 6.
Yeah,
and
then
after that, it's done.
It's over. But what I really enjoyed, with all of this, I guess you could say, fallout, is and by the way, Joseph, we're gonna swing back around to Antifa here soon. Like, we both have ADD like a motherfucker, so we're gonna be jumping around to like topic. So we're gonna get back to apocalypse shortly, but. So, what I found rather, what's the right word? Hilarious, is that, you know, you guys know that I've said it before many times. I'm friends with, you know, a bunch of people on all over the spectrum. And so one of my, like, liberal, like, you know, on the verge of, like, not quite Antifa, but angry feminist. That, you know, she's there.
Vagina hat wearing.
And
Almost
so she posted something about how, like, you know, oh, you know, everyone believes it when a boy comes out and says that, you know, he's been sexually assaulted or like attempted sexual assault. Everyone believes him, but women can come out and like nobody does anything. Like, look at Harvey, like 50 women have had to come out. And it's like, it's not just that 50 women have like been trying to come out. It's just that one finally did. And like, all it takes is just one victim, right? To be brave enough to face their attacker. Mm-hmm. Once the one victim does it and comes forward, that's when all the other ones, it's like fucking herd mentality, right? So once the one fucking stands up to him, everyone else is going to be like, oh, he's not invincible. He's not all powerful. I can go after him. So that's why you get all these bitches coming out the woodworks out of nowhere, and that, which is why he's now up to like 50, almost 60 women saying, yeah, no, he fucking did this shit to me too. It's because up until now, everyone's been so afraid to come out and say anything. It's not that no one's fucking believing, you know, the like any of them, or like had never believed them in the past. It's just no one's broken silence until now.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's. Oh, go ahead.
And then it goes on, you know, like, we've got someone in the motherfucking White House who women have come forward saying that he's, like, you know, assaulted them. And it's like, they dropped charges.
They couldn't prove it.
Because there was no proof. You know, and in my head, you know, like, we passed up the first woman president for this motherfucker. And I'm like, and I was like, you're way too young to remember Bill Clinton. Let me educate you just a little bit. Like, you want to talk about someone who oppressed women and attacked women and preyed upon women? Like, let's look at Bill fucking Clinton.
And had their lawyer wife cover it all up.
Right? See, here's what I'm disappointed with the whole Harvey thing. That's, you know, I wouldn't say the majority of, but a good number of women that have came out against him with these allegations. I'm not denying or, or saying that they are true or not. What disappointed me is when I saw Ashley Judd, who back, almost a year ago was like a forefront person in the whole women's march, the snatch walking march, going on about how our president, is suppressing women and has, I guess, as you said, sexually abusing women and all this other stuff. But she remained silent for years about Harvey.
Yep.
For me, if you were truly about women's rights and wanted what's best for women, you should have opened your mouth up fucking years ago. Not just sit there and be silent. She could have been a victim. I don't know. I mean, I'm not, trying to, victim blame here. But for me, for her to know that this is going to happen to another woman and then her not say a damn thing for decades later, she's just as much guilty as Harvey.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And just like I was talking with Ice last Friday about the same topic, all these people that knew about it are just as guilty as Harvey himself because they didn't report it.
Yep. Yeah.
They're just as guilty as he is.
Kaz brings up a good point, though, is that we do need to weed out the bullshitters because there are shady bitches. And I'm fucking, you guys know I'm an equal opportunity hater on everybody, but there are shady bitches out there who will claim rape or claim harassment or claim what the fuck ever. Oh, he hit me when that's not the case, because again, bitches can be shady. Case in point, one of my best friends, he was falsely accused of rape. Freaking went through court martial and everything. Found not guilty. Because there was zero evidence.
Yeah, but the thing is once, she had made those allegations.
Oh yeah, no, he fucking had to get out of the Air Force.
Yeah, because you have to prove that it's, you're supposed to be, prove, you're innocent until proven guilty. But when these allegations are made against you, it's more like you're guilty until proven innocent. And even that,
yes,
you cannot erase it. Like, people still think you're fucking guilty.
Yeah, no, exactly, Mom. Like, and like that's especially, like, and did they did my buddy have sex with this chick? Yeah. Was it consensual? Yes, it was, until 2 weeks later when her boyfriend found out that she cheated on him, and then she changed her story. And then she went and cried rape. So yeah, no, shady bitches are fucking everywhere. So doing
if I had $1 for every time I seen that exact situation,
and that's just it. Like, I cannot stand shady bitches. Like, if you're gonna, fucking hoe around, I get it. You want to have your hoe days. Everyone fucking has it. Who the fuck cares? Like, if you want to go and be a whore and have sleep around, do your thing, girl. Like, more power to you. I'm not gonna judge you. I might be like, goddamn, I knew one already. But, whatever. Like, your life is not, your sexual life does not affect me. So, do you, boo-boo. And, it's the same with guys. Like, god damn, you're a man whore. Like, maybe you should settle down. But, again, you do you. But it's the shady bitches who cheat and then claim rape because they got caught. And then, or they cheat and then they feel guilty. And so then they cry rape. But then when their boyfriend is like, well, go to the, do you want to go to the hospital? Do you want to do a rape kit? Do you want to press charges? And it's just like, no.
I've seen a lot of minds changed as soon as you explain the rape kit.
Well, okay, no. Well, okay, so you have to think, though, in the mentality of the victim, right? especially if they've truly been raped, like they've been violated. They don't want to be fucking touched down there. They don't want to have cameras shoved up into their vag. They don't want speculums up there. They don't want 20 people up there in their business poking and prodding them. It's not fun. Like just a normal routine gynecological exam, it's not fun. So having people down there with cameras, like forensic cameras, taking photos of evidence of like any sort of trauma wounds down there, like that's not a good time. And then on top of that, she's already been traumatized from the assault. Like, so like you can't just say like, you know, once you explain the rape kit to them, you know, like, all these bitches changed their mind, because I'm sure some of them were legit raped. It's just the thought of being touched and being out of control of your body is just it's unacceptable, and it's panic causing, you know, because like you were already out of control of what was happening to you, and now you're about to go through it again.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Those legit cases I understand, but like straight up, I've seen them like as soon as you know, the doctors explain what is going to happen, they're like, no, I made this all up. And then all of a sudden, like, a phone gets whipped out and text messages get shown. It's like, no, I really did cheat on you. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Not like the actual. Yeah. Where like, and then they prove, they're like, okay, this is, yes, I'm crying, you know, fake rape. And they actually show where they're doing it, because they have to show that they're actually doing it.
Yeah. So,
you know, calling the fake ones.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I'm talking about.
But yeah, and then, you know, like all these big named like offenders, right? Like, what do? They go to like, oh, now I need to go to sex rehab. Well, why didn't, like, if you, like, obviously you knew this was an issue before you got caught. So why are you just now going? Like, excuse me, I have questions. Hello? Hello? I have questions. Questions, please. Fucking.
What did Kaz say? Oh, Kaz says, I feel sorry for Donna Brazil's suicide. It hasn't happened yet, but it might.
Dude, seriously, she's going to end up dead. Fucking squares on when her suicide happens.
I don't know. Like, Hillary is really pissed off a lot of people. She might hire someone and they're just going to tell Hillary to fuck off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't.
She has.
I like.
There was somebody else that,
Like, but
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah,
even
Elizabeth
agreed that
right?
it was
Elizabeth
rigged.
Warren spoke out against Hillary Clinton. The Clinton, like, I want to say that we're seeing the finally we're seeing the downfall of the Clinton dynasty. I want to say that. I don't think we're there yet, though.
And here's the thing: is that
they still have
CNN even
too much
covered
power. The Clintons still have too much power, though. They've got
for now.
Yeah, for now. I think we're seeing the beginning of the end of the dynasty. We're not there yet. They still have a lot of power. They still have a lot of money to buy whatever it is they need to buy to make shit look like an accident. But no, you know, anyone who's ever gone against them has ended up dead. Either by mysterious circumstances or quote unquote suicide without an autopsy.
And what's kind of interesting that you kind of brought that. Oh, sorry, Mud.
Oh, keep going, Mom.
Bernie's just to blame it.
Oh, God damn it. Mom, go.
Okay, anyways, what's interesting, like, because what's going to happen, she's going to, like, I know you kind of, we're not seeing the end just yet, but we're going to slowly see it.
Yeah.
With each person that gets thrown under the bus by her.
Mhm.
I would hope they would all see it at once. Like, she just throwing us underneath the fucking bus. You know, why are we still supporting this cunt? But I think it'll come to that point when the DNC is going to be like, you know what? Deuces.
Yeah. Friggin'. I don't know. It's gonna be very, very interesting. That is for damn sure. But yeah, no, I definitely feel bad for her. All right, Mud Puppy, what were you saying?
Bernie's just as much to blame on this because he's the one that stood by and let it happen.
Bernie
he was aware of it as well.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't think he was, because he was in just as much shock as everybody else when Hillary got the nomination. Do you think he would have put so much effort into his campaign, into campaigning, into fundraising all that money for his campaign, not the DNC, but for his campaign, knowing that the DNC was just going to give it to Hillary anyways?
It's politics if you're told what to do and when to do it, especially that high in the hierarchy.
But
if you want to stay in power.
He wasn't though. He, like, let's face it, he's been really like a nobody for the last 40 years in Congress. And honestly, like, hasn't really been out in the forefront or really in the middle at all. Like, he's kind of mostly stayed in the back, right? Until the primaries. And then it's like, who the fuck is this old man that all the college kids are surrounding? Like, what? Like, oh, he understands us. He's your grandpa. Like, what do you guys really have in common? Like, what issues can you guys really connect on and see eye to eye with? He says he's going to give us free college. Yeah, he can't do that. Like, there's things in the way before he can do that. Such as, how are you going to pay for it?
Oh, of course. And with him, with his campaign promises, what would most likely happen, like within the first couple of years, he wouldn't meet those. And by the time re-election is starting, to kind of amp up, which is maybe about 18 months before election time, people are going to be like, well, you didn't get us our free college, so we're not going to vote for you.
Yeah.
Which, something like that takes time.
Right? Freaking Joseph is like, I really wanted my free unicorn from Bernie. PJ said, when he said free college, that's when he blew up. And that's true. Like, all he really said was, like, higher education should be free. Okay, yes. But how are we going to pay for it? Because someone somewhere is going to have to pay
for it,
for these inflated professor salaries. And and then especially if you go to a school with a high profile football team, someone's going to have to pay for that coach's salary.
Well, not only just that, because the schools already receive government funding, with FAFSA, they've already raised the tuition rates.
Yep.
The state pays for it or the federal government pays for it. It's everything's going to inflate because we all know who's going to be paying for it is the rich people. Which is, for me, it's fucked up because those rich people most likely paid their own way for success.
Yeah.
And my other thing is, too, is like, if they say we did have everybody gets free college, how many students are going to take advantage of that? Like, the first year or two, and they're like, fuck it, I don't feel like doing like this. Like, that was a waste of money on the government part. I just see a lot of wasteful government spending on free college.
Right. I don't know. I don't understand the whole push for college. We don't have enough jobs for all these graduates coming
Trade.
out. Yeah, go to trade schools. Go
And
to
that's what's
fucking
hurting
trade
right now,
schools.
our trade.
Like that's where the jobs are. That's where we're going to need jobs. They're high paying jobs. And the best part, you don't even really need a fucking college degree. So like you go to fucking trade school, you get a certificate and you're like, "Oh, okay. All done."
Or not even that. You go work, you become a journeyman.
Yeah, or an
in
apprentice.
a certain trade.
Yeah. Like one of Ghost's buddies is an apprentice for a master electrician, so that's what he's doing. Like you got to put in the work. The first couple years suck, but you put in the work. You put effort into your work, and soon raises start coming in, and the money starts coming in after that, and fucking, do you have to work for it? Yeah, but that's part of being a fucking adult.
That's what I'm thinking here, is that a lot of these kids think they're going to go to college and they're going to be able to get out and run a company, be a boss, without ever stepping foot on a floor or stepping foot in the field to be able to do it. And it's like, how can you run a company that you don't even know how to do the most basic task in?
I'm so sorry. Joseph is like, you guys are delusional. Bernie was going with Charlie to Candy Mountain to get the free college.
Oh, I wanted free chocolate.
Yeah.
Right. But and just, I don't know. Just, it's like, I know I'm not the only one who feels like they're going crazy when you're trying to debate some of these people. And you're like, no, you're wrong. And they're like,
but I think what happens with that means is like, there's something in their brain that I don't want to say if they did or did not develop. However, it's just like they don't realize how it is in the real world.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and a lot of them come from, bubbles. And
yes.
So, and then at that point,
helicopter moms.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No.
I'm watching kids right now in our community that they think that they will have it made if they get straight A's in high school, go to college, and graduate college.
No. Statistically, no, you are not going to. As soon as you graduate college, you will be back living with mom and dad because there aren't jobs out there for your degree, especially if they go to a fine arts college and then major in, feminist studies. Like there's no jobs for that. And then you get these heifers out here bitching about, women don't make the same as men, like, pay equality. How about you get a job that, I don't know, fucking is worth something? Get a degree that's actually worth something. Your women's studies degree, what are you gonna fucking do with that? Not a goddamn thing. But it's
about as good as underwater basket weaving.
But these women are like, I should be making the same as these fucking electrical engineers. No.
What they don't factor in is like with women, we start families. Most women take time off, especially when the kids are really little, to, raise their family because they don't want to put them in childcare. So what happens is, say like Mud and I, we start here at the station at the same time. 2 years, into the station, I quit so I can raise my family. Meanwhile, Mud continues to work year by year. So say 5 years go by, and that's a total of 7 years that have gone by. I decide to come back at the station and wanting, the same pay as Mud. That's not how it works.
Right? Seniority, bitches.
Exactly. I was absent for 5 years. I do not deserve the same pay as Mud, who has been working there for 7 years. And that's where when they scream inequality in pay, they don't grasp that concept because it's I don't know. I don't know if it's foreign or what.
It makes
But you know, if you take time off work, you can't just come back in and expect the same pay as somebody in the same position in a longer amount of time in that workforce.
Right? What do you mean I can't just come back in at like a higher salary? You guys are racist.
So I guess that would be like me leaving as a I guess lieutenant, and years go by and I come back in and I want to be a major.
I mean, duh. Obviously, that's how it works.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Fuck yeah. I mean, you know, I may, right, exactly, Doc. Feminism! Woo! Such bullshit these days. But no, you know, like, exactly, Mom. You know, like, I got out as a specialist. It's been a couple years. I'm not going to try to go back in and be like, I demand to be a staff sergeant. Well, why?
Right.
Well, because if I had stayed in, I would be one by now. And all my peers are one. So obviously that means I should be one too. Like, that's not how it works.
See, when I worked on the fire
I gotta
department,
hurry up and get back in the Army because I joined in '98.
God, you're old.
And hush. I joined in '98. So, I mean, January 23rd, 1998. So I got to get right back because I'm about to retire.
Right? You need to get in, like, dude, you hit 20 years here, like, shortly. Yeah.
I know. Or do I just hold out for that bigger retirement?
Ooh, maybe. I don't know, but make sure when you join back in, demand to be at least a master sergeant, if not sergeant major.
you need to be demanding that you're the sergeant major of the Army.
Oh, even better.
I'm not that old.
Well,
Jesus.
neither is freaking Daly.
I mean, he might be, but he's holding his age
Right?
pretty
He
well.
looks good, though. Sorry. Inappropriate.
But, like, when I was working on the fire department, like, I was being paid the same amount of money as my male counterpart in the same, grade, I guess you could say, in service, and the same qualifications. And it's been in every job that I've had. So I don't know where the fuck these feminists are getting that men are being paid more than women. They're not.
Yeah. It's a fucking bullshit lie that's been fabricated for
years.
Well, no, not just that, but for, the feminist agenda and their whole wage gap myth, which isn't a thing. It's not a thing.
Because if it was, there would be a wage gap in the military.
Yeah, which there's not.
No.
Just a PT gap.
Kaz says if you get Sergeant Major of the Army, he's screaming white privilege. And then also PJ says that he was 3 in 98. So there's that. I was 12, dude. I was fucking 12 when you joined the Army. No, you said you said you joined in January of 98? Yep. Okay, I was 11.
I was 16.
I was 17 years old.
I was 11. It's okay.
I mean, had to have a permission slip signed by my parents.
Oh, I had to get one of those too, but like mine were divorced, so that was fun. I had to be like, "Hey, Dad, I know I don't live with you, but I need you to sign this, please."
Yeah.
What is this? I'm joining the Army. Are you sure? Well, that's the plan. Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Medical.
Right. I'm gonna go kill people. Woo!
They said it'll be fun.
Right? Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, all right, have fun.
Wait a minute. Harry Critter said the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, have fun. Keep in touch. All right. But yeah, friggin'. So, all right, we're going to get back over to Antifa's
shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it all kind of ties into Antifa. I don't know why they have it in their head, because I guess they believe Hillary or whoever that Trump is their enemy. What they don't realize is they should be going after Hillary, because I'm pretty sure most of those fuck knuckles were for Bernie.
Oh yeah.
They're barking up the wrong tree.
Well, and that's just it. They want socialism so bad. So yeah, most of these Antifa douchebags were probably hands down Bernie supporters, because Bernie has openly stated, yeah, I'm a socialist, but he's a democratic socialist, which is the exact same thing as a socialist. So right. Oh, cops are froggy over on your end, Mom. Oh, I think she
got live PD.
Right. But I wish. Hold on, let me see if their number is still up. Contact us. Where is that?
The Papa John's guy is getting a ticket for parking on the wrong side of the road.
They had to do their sirens for that?
I guess. The guy's obviously parked.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so if anyone wants to call refusefascism.org, their national office is prepare to copy 917-407-1286. And I don't know, maybe ask them why they resort to fascist techniques if they're against fascism. Because I honestly, that is my biggest question for them, is if you're so against fascism, then why is it that you're trying to take just a select group of people's rights away? Just because you don't agree with what they have to say.
Yeah.
That's all. Why do you, you're against this thing, but you're implementing the techniques of the thing that you hate in order to prevent the thing that you hate from being a real thing, but then you turn into the thing that you hate. So I'm confused. I have questions. Refusefascism.org. Ugh.
We need to get KJ to call them during, taco truck hours. Since the last time we tried calling, they were closed or whatever. It went to their full voicemail box.
Right. Freaking. I know, I think, was it not last Friday, but the Friday before that, Mud, when I was with you, didn't we try calling them? And it went to their voicemail, and the mailbox was full. Oh, I wonder if it's still full. Right now, got a call. Excuse me, good sirs. 917. Right? I have questions. 407. 1286. I totally just sounded like Tina from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, you
did. Let's see. Add to group call. All right, let's see. Let's see if they answer. Hello.
You reached Refuse Fascism. November 4th, mass nonviolent protest begins. This nightmare must end. The Trump-Pence regime must go. If you're a journalist on a deadline, text your request. Se han comunicado con la oficina de Refuse Fascism. Por favor, dejen un mensaje.
Sorry, that mailbox is full.
God damn it.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Son of a bitch.
It's a cell phone number.
Oh, it's right. We can text them. I'm a journalist, technically, right?
Yes.
I broadcast and hold freaking
Broadcast journalism.
right. Oh my god. But then I'd give him my cell phone number. Dilemmas.
Time to get a hold of a tech guru.
Right.
And find out how we can text
right.
by
Where?
hiding the number.
Where's who can like hide my fucking
OPSEC monkey.
right?
Cookie.
Right? Who can hide my fucking like number? How can I block it but still text them to where they can't see my number? How can we do this? Is that a thing?
Or at least make the station number your text number.
Right? I don't know if that's a thing though. Oh my god. Yes, I need excuse me, Antifa, I have questions. This is Minx from WTF Nation Radio. We are a veteran radio and I have questions. One, why are you starting your fucking revolution at Fort Bragg? Questions like home of special operations. Again, questions like are you dumb? Would be number one. Number two,
we won't get violent until other people get violent with us.
Right.
I think that's what all their articles say and everything else.
Right. Use text-free app. Like which one? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Joseph. Joseph, have you never seen my dogs? He just freaked the fuck out. Oh my god, a German Shepherd! That's how I read it. So that's how you fucking said it. And I'm sure there was a screech in there too. Like, ah! Like that was Joseph. Oh my god! Hey, come here, asshole. Come here.
Speaking of German Shepherds, I haven't even...
Come here.
Chase hasn't even barked the entire show. That's kind of weird.
I know, right? Yeah, so there are my dogs. Oh. He's quite an attention whore. They've been so good this last hour, though. Yeah, you've been so good. Such a good boy.
Go outside?
Oh, they can't hear you. Haha, sucker. Hi, babies.
Damn.
But yeah, Joseph, I have this one I'm petting right now. This is Zeus. He is my full-blooded German Shepherd. The husky is Jenna, and then the other one that popped up here, that is Apollo, and he's the spawn of Zeus and Jenna. Yeah. So.
Jenna's such a hooker.
She is fucking hooker. You can see her tail wagging now, like, oh my god, love me.
She said the H word.
Right? She called me. Talk Tone app gives you a number and you can text from the app, but still, I don't think you guys understand. I'd rather just call from an unknown number, or a number they can't call me back at, because once I'm done with them, then I'm gonna be done with them, and I don't want them to harass me back or try to track me down or all that good stuff. That doesn't look like fun. Oh, hi, Jenna. Hi, I know. I'm ignoring her. So this is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable that I'm ignoring her. Oh, yeah. And now she's going after the leftover Halloween candy.
See, that's what you get.
Right? Fucking.
So I didn't get to ask you at the beginning of the show, which I ask you every time we're on the air.
Oh, okay, go.
Did you cut anything cool open?
Today?
No, this week, since you've been gone. We ain't seen you in, 2 weeks?
I know. I've been, flying around the country on my broom. So that's been fun. I saw family that I haven't seen in, 10 years.
Dance naked in the woods.
So, yeah, there was that. I know, I didn't get naked. It was cold. Fuck that. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, today I got to cut out some gallbladders, which I have not done that in a long time. When I saw I was in that room, I was like, shit, I don't remember how to do this. I don't know. So, that was fun. Yeah.
Just gulp.
Yeah.
And that-
I should have been at work last weekend though. Apparently it was like the crazy weekend of work, which so I'm working labor and delivery this weekend, right? And well, it's a full moon, and everyone knows all the crazies come out during the full moon, right? Well, apparently last weekend. So, public safety announcement. I don't know. I don't know if this is common knowledge or not, but when you piss hot for methamphetamines and marijuana and you come in to deliver a baby, Child Protective Services gets called. It's like, and don't try to deny that. You're like, oh, I never do that. Why is it in your system, right? So, yeah, so we had someone who claimed that they had never used these types of drugs and that our tests were faulty.
Interesting.
So then, so we're like, oh, okay. So then we tested baby. Tell me, if you've never used these substances, tell me why it is in baby's blood, stool, and urine.
Oh.
Like, tell me why. There's no reason why it would be in either of those places if you've never done these drugs and if your test came back as a false positive. So not only that, this happened. So like one, there's that. So obviously you've been using methamphetamines and marijuana while you were pregnant. And rather recently too, because, methamphetamine gets out of your system rather quickly compared to marijuana. So again, like you've recently used. And so
taking a couple hits on their way to the hospital.
Dude, it wouldn't surprise me. It's this fucking area, dude. Like we had someone light up in the goddamn bathroom. Like, wait 2 days, god damn it.
That's almost bad as sparking up a joint in the delivery room.
No, that's what they fucking did. That's what they fucking did, and which is why you cannot prove to me that marijuana is not addictive. You can't fucking prove it to me. Because if it was not addictive, pregnant women would be able to go, 9 months, let alone 2 days without lighting up.
I don't think it's chemically addictive. I think look at caffeine and food. People are addicted to so many multiple things besides, cocaine. Right. Chemically addictive. I think look at caffeine and food. People are addicted to so many multiple things besides, cocaine, heroin, and stuff
Drink
like that.
That Mountain Dew mud, puppy. Prove
heroin and stuff
like that. Drink that Mountain Dew mud, puppy. Prove our point.
Yeah. There you go.
I literally go through 100 ounces of Mountain Dew a day.
Dude, seriously.
How do your kidneys still function?
Yeah. But yeah, okay, there you
go. I
go.
literally go through 100 ounces of Mountain Dew a day.
Dude, seriously.
How do your kidneys still function?
Yeah. But yeah, okay, this how can I put it? This animal who decided to, use these drugs while pregnant, apparently had more children at home. So who decided to, use these drugs while pregnant, apparently had more children at home. So that means you're doing these around your other kids, because obviously if you're doing it while you're pregnant, who the fuck cares about your living? The kid's already born. Am I right?
Yeah.
They had other children living at home.
Yeah, they had. Oh, you're pregnant. Who the fuck cares about your living? Like, the kid's already born. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
They had other children living at home.
Yeah, they had. So when this patient got discharged, obviously baby did not go with mom because you don't.
And they probably got a free ride.
No, they didn't get a free ride because obviously baby did not go with mom because you don't.
And they probably got a free ride.
No, they didn't get a free ride because apparently the patient got so distraught that her kids were being taken away. She apparently tried to go play Frogger. Kids were being taken away. She apparently tried to go play Frogger.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
On 190?
Yeah.
On 190?
Either that or the expressway. I don't think she made it to the freeway, but yeah, she apparently
She didn't make it to level 2.
I don't know. Either that or the expressway. I don't think she made it to the freeway, but yeah, she apparently
She didn't make it to level 2.
I don't know. But yeah, she got discharged and then decided to go play in traffic. I was like, what are you doing? Like, maybe this is a good thing we freaking
Darwin strikes again.
Right? Maybe it's a good thing we took those babies from you. You're not like, what are you doing? Like, maybe this is a good thing we freaking
Darwin strikes again.
Right? Maybe it's a good thing we took those babies from you. You're not right in the head.
Good candidate for the third floor.
In the head.
Good candidate for the third floor.
Right? God. And
if I were like when I would partake in the herb, I didn't do it around my kids.
Right? God. And
if I were like when I would partake in the herb, I didn't do it around my kids. I'd go back to my property and do it.
Right.
Back to my property and do it.
Right? Like fucking Chris, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yes, it is.
Just ask those guys on Fort Stewart.
fucking Chris, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yes, it is.
Just ask those guys on Fort Stewart.
Right? Oh my God.
Whatever happened to them?
God.
Whatever happened to them?
I gotta check up on that. I need to make a couple phone calls.
Oh, right, that PFC who was a drug lord on Stewart.
Yeah, he had like a cocaine empire. Like, no, a cocaine.
I gotta check up on that. I need to make a couple phone calls.
Oh, right, that PFC who was a drug lord on Stewart.
Yeah, he had like a cocaine empire. Like, no, a cocaine empire.
Right.
Because there was prostitution involved in empire.
Right.
Because there was prostitution involved, wasn't there?
I think so.
Yeah.
Dude, that's our show.
Huh?
It's time for housekeeping.
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping, I fluff your pillow. I think so.
Yeah.
Dude, that's our show.
Huh?
It's time for housekeeping.
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping, I fluff your pillow. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. Let's see here. So, so as everyone see here. So, so as everyone knows, we have a show 7 nights a week. Well, yeah. 7 nights a week. Well, yeah. And so tonight's Friday Night Freedom with myself, Minx. Tomorrow, and Mud Puppy. But not for very much longer. schedule change. And so tonight's Friday Night Freedom with myself, Minx. Tomorrow, and Mud Puppy. But not for very much longer. Schedule change.
Dum dum dum.
Is happening.
Dum dum dum.
Is happening. But we're not going to give away the good surprises just yet. So, tomorrow is Saturday Night Savagery. There we go. I know how to fucking talk, I swear. We're not going to give away the good surprises just yet. So, tomorrow is Saturday Night Savagery. There we go. I know how to fucking talk, I swear. And that is with Jay Reddy, Pookie, and Doc. And that is with Jay Reddy, Pookie, and Doc Madness. Sunday is the Green Room with, stoners. Monday is the Monday edition with Ice. And Ice has Sunday is the Green Room with, stoners. Monday is the Monday edition with Ice. And Ice has a guest. And our guest is the one and only Patrick Benson from War Horses for Veterans. And Patrick is going to be on to talk about their upcoming charity run for the weekend of Veterans Day weekend. Which only Patrick Benson from War Horses for Veterans. And Patrick is going to be on to talk about their upcoming charity run for the weekend of Veterans Day weekend. Which is why I said the weekend of Veterans Day weekend. I'm not smart today. Like, I've been doing this all day. I was like, what did I say earlier? I was describing something and I was like, bright candy red apple. I'm not smart today. Like, I've been doing this all day. I was like, what did I say earlier? I was describing something and I was like, bright candy red apple. I'm not smart today. It's not there. I can't know. Anyways, so he's going to be on to talk about that. Tuesday is tied up to it's not there. I can't know. Anyways, so he's going to be on to talk about that. Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesday with myself and Great Cloud. And on Tuesday, we are going to have Mitch Hunter, who is the world's third full face transplant recipient. And on Tuesday, we are going to have Mitch Hunter, who is the world's third full face transplant recipient. Mitch Hunter is an Army veteran, and obviously he had enough burns on his face to where he needed a facial transplant. I'm so excited to talk to him. Wednesday is WTF burns on his face to where he needed a facial transplant. I'm so excited to talk to him. Wednesday is WTF Wednesday. Thursday is Sergeant's Time with Ice and Mike Golf and Doc Madness. And then we also have Tuesdays and Thursdays we have Ice and Mike Golf and Doc Madness. And then we also have Tuesdays and Thursdays we have a lunchtime show called Jose's Taco Truck. And that is with KJ and Ghosty. And then next Saturday, the 11th, we have John Owl from Healing the Human and the Being. And that is with KJ and Ghosty. And then next Saturday, the 11th, we have John Owl from Healing the Human and the Being. John Owl is an Army veteran who is also a shaman. And he's going to be on to talk about how using these shaman techniques, he's able to help people with PTSD, anxiety, or anything that and he's going to be on to talk about how using these shaman techniques, he's able to help people with PTSD, anxiety, or anything that may help with the healing of the body. So, healing of the body. So, that's going to be an awesome show to listen to. And then also, don't forget to check out our partners, the Veterans Report and 94.1 and 620K. Awesome show to listen to. And then also, don't forget to check out our partners, the Veterans Report and 94.1 and 620 KHB. Friggin' yeah. Friggin' yeah.
I can't wait till you're on the air over
Oh
there.
my God. Right? We're like,
you're
you know,
next in the shoot, too.
I know I am. So yeah, so for the
I can't wait till you're on the air over
Oh
there.
my God. Right? We're like,
you're
you know,
next in the shoot, too.
I know I am. So yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we're on like real legit radio. Those of you who don't know, we're on like real legit radio now. Or like we've partnered with them. So every so often we get to go and actually be on terrestrial radio or you know, radio you have to listen to through your car now. Or like we've partnered with them. So every so often we get to go and actually be on terrestrial radio or you know, radio you have to listen to through your car or like, you know, an app or like, you know, an app or yeah, your car radio. I don't fucking.
They are on the TuneIn app.
They are.
Yep.
So definitely go check them out. And everyone, thank you guys so much for hanging out with your car radio. I don't fucking.
They are on the TuneIn app.
They are.
Yep.
So definitely go check them out. And everyone, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. It's great. Great. It was a lot of fun.
Yay!
Right?
Love y'all.
Yay! We're done. I need a good like goodbye song, but you know, all I've got is a good one. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yay!
Right?
Love y'all.
Yay! We're done. I need a good like goodbye song, but you know, all I've got is a good one. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to and by the way, if you guys want to stick around, I believe Kaz is doing an after show. So big things are happening.
A Kaz after show?
I believe Kaz is doing an after show. So big things are happening.
A Kaz after show?
Maybe so. Maybe so. If he is, you'll see it in, you know, if not, we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right? Have a great rest of your Friday. Bye, you guys.
Yeah.
If he is, you'll see it in, you know, if not, we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right? Have a great rest of your Friday. Bye, you guys.
Yeah.
In the beginning, the canvas is blank. No, the canvas is blank. No tears have been cried. Nobody has lied. Far from complacent, just walking on shells. This feeling have been cried. Nobody has lied. Far from complacent, just walking on shells. This feeling that love conquers everything, conquers everything else, until you reach the point in until you reach the point in there was a failure to communicate, so sad to there was a failure to communicate, so sad to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally so we're forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars so that you'll never forget. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars so that you'll never forget. Sick of forgiving my mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass heart to millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. My mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass heart to millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. There was a failure to communicate, so sad to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, there was a failure to communicate, so sad to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober.